There are quite a few nice art books out there, and this, for example, is a magazine, which is quite old actually, which shows a lot of interesting projects. And why I'm showing it is, of course, because that's maybe the first source you will have that you think about for making a nice graphic design, like these design magazines, you know. And this is called Frame, and it's actually a very nice graphic design in this, and very nice presentations of different projects. But really, there's also other things. And the one I'm thinking about the most is a book that I did at Olafur Eliasson's studio, and this is called Take Your Time 1. So for example, here we have this is a 3D model, or like a physical model that I cut out, actually made it in Rhino first, cut it out in 3D and inserted into the photo, and then took a photo of that collage, and that's the cover, you know. You can also see up here that there's a big mirror there, so we made a title like mirrored, but of course in InDesign, or maybe it was Photoshop, I don't know. But this is a sort of research book with a specific style. You see, it's always this black-white, really high contrast. And we are trying to show a lot of stuff that went on in the behind the scenes, you know? How we try to find specific architectural and artistic concepts. This is Einar Thorstein, by the way, very famous geometer. And also, I mean, to talk about these vague facets of architecture and art, where, you know, we try to visualize feelings and what it would feel like. And all these sketches, they are so important for the end product. So for example, this is the building in Aarhus in Denmark that we did. So you see all these sketches, how important they are to find the idea, to be able to motivate one's concept. This one as well, all the research stuff is in there, you know. This is actually what I have in mind for an art book at the DIA as a part of a master's thesis. Yeah, so this book, we have to look at that, of course, you know, but maybe that's not exactly the style that you're interested in. So we have more stuff. Here is something completely different. This is much more straightforward. Rainer Hehl and Ludwig Engel, they have made this Berlin transfers about living spaces. But it's a cool style, you know, you can open it like that, have these drawings in front, and a lot of stories, like they tell a story like this and show the people, which is quite interesting, I think. Also background, like references, what you were inspired by when they did this study. Also, I think this is a Japanese house I took a picture of. So stuff like this could be in your book as well. Yeah. And a cool feature in this book is that everything turns yellow after a while, you know. So they have the plans like this on yellow pages. Yellow pages. Yeah, but it's like, you know what I mean. It's like it's a certain style to it that helps to communicate the concept. Super nice models that they also have like on only one page like that. Anyway, there are more. So here we have another book which I have also worked with, Your Mobile Expectations, the BMW H2R project. We made a car, right? Eliasson made a whole car for BMW. Then we made this whole book about it. So these two books, I made them together with Michael Heimann, okay? So we actually reused some stuff, so that was in the other book too. I don't know if somebody noticed that. But this has a cool style. If I open, for example, here, look at the text, how we did that. People are talking, there is like from an event where we tried to, the team tried to find out what's important with the car and what the car would be in the future and so forth. There's a lot of stuff from experiments, drawings like that, you know. But how they made the text up here, we made the text, is really cool with this yellow stuff in behind there. You know, features like this really help to communicate your idea. So this is a model I made, by the way. That's my hand. Yeah, and so forth. Here I have a pretty cool book that I bought somewhere. You have to open it like this. So, yeah. Footpaths is an art book, and it's about nature, walking around in nature, taking photos. And then it's, you know, in kanji Japanese over here on every page. It's just simply cool. And then the projects, well, I don't know. They are great too, but the book is like a little art piece in itself. I just love it. Look at that, putting the text like that. Isn't that cool? And it's also interesting how they made it. It's a traditional technique, so it's like folded paper. So these are actually two papers, and there's a folding, you see? So that's pretty nice. Also a good reference for an art book. Oh, I forgot to put it in. Sorry. I have to put it in like that. Furthermore, catalogs from exhibitions, like this one, Design and the Elastic Mind from MoMA. I don't even remember when, but it was like 2001. No, 5. It's a long time ago anyway. It's also very cool made. Look at the edges. They are like, have this structure, right? And I love how they made with the text. They completely trashed the whole idea of having big margins in graphic design. And just put it very close to the edge there. And these are ripped, you know. And how they put the images. It's simply you understand sort of the process. It's a process what they're doing here. It's fascinating. I love it. And here are the, you know, the art pieces. So this is the kind of styles I want you guys to do during the whole semester. This is a process book that we're doing, okay? Very nice stuff. Furthermore, I actually took this with me. Because why can't you do, when you tell stories about your users, you can actually do comics. Not the whole book, but it's like, this kind of style is super easy, right? If you want to, just an example. Remember that Kohlhaas did that too in his small, medium, large XL book. And here is the second edition of this book actually. So this was the first one, and this is the second one. And Michael, he did this. He destroyed. I think he destroyed this book and cut the letters. And then he took a photo of it. It's kind of funny. This has a slightly different style. I was not in this one, so he swapped from having this sort of Xerox style into having this more photo style. I have these numbers here, so it looks like test prints or something. Numbering all the items, that's what it's doing, yeah. That's pretty cool. So it's a lot, it's like many pages just taking photos of models, documenting them. This is also cool when you hold the book a little bit like I do now. And of course there's a lot of, yeah, this is cool where they actually, look how he made the hand black and white. That's a lot of clicking in Photoshop. But it's very cool features, you know. And also how he puts the text, I love that. Again, it's a little bit like the one with the car book, the BMW book. It's a little bit similar. Oh, this is beautiful. We had a lot of models like this, and then he flattened it out and made it flat like that. That's part of the research structure. So you can see the process, how the studio is working, you know. This is a crazy book which he also made, because it's actually, the book is a building itself. So it's like a 3D model inside of the book. Maybe we shouldn't do that, but still it's kind of fun. I just want to show it. These are photos of books. Yeah. Very, very nice stuff, isn't it? So I hope you now have an idea about what I'm talking about, what I'm saying. Let's make artworks. Okay, thanks.